Hi, this is Niels on Dynasty. Please like, share, and subscribe. Buy some silver and some platinum, actually, quite a bit of platinum and silver in reality. And be kind, helpful, and grateful because it's better than being a jerk. Uh, got a couple things to say before I bring you this report. First off, coups, as I've known them in my lifetime, and the people who portray the coup off or pull the coup off, usually don't really cooperate highly with the neighboring countries until they have a guaranteed stronghold on their newly formed coup government. So to see three coups happen right in countries right beside each other, uh, and have them break away from a semi newly formed Western African alliance to form their own alliance, and now talk about coming up with their own currency separate from every other currency. And right now, the report will tell you about all that. But well, I'll just narrate when I feel it's necessary to narrate or iterate some points as this story goes on that they're leaving out. But anyhow, here's the story. Here's the rest of the story. Don't drop the phone, Neil.
Little surprise to anyone when Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso announced in a communique their joint departure from the ECOWAS bloc on Sunday, January 28th, 2024.
I did a video on that.
Military administrations pointed to the regional organization's failure to provide assistance to our states in the framework of our existential fight against terrorism and insecurity as their reason for exit. The announcement was unsurprising given the country's strained relations with ECOWAS since the military gained power in Mali in 2020.
Okay, first off, that narrative, which seems to have substance to it, is the narrative that the UN was actually supporting, encouraging, and from my viewpoint, after the pullout of Afghanistan and all the other pullouts we did, where we gave so many tens of billions of dollars of military resources to these regimes that produce terror, I could see their stand on that, and the fact that all three countries are making that stand together, I can see that, but it's still backed by Russia. Keep that in mind.
Burkina Faso in 2022 and Niger in 2023. ECOWAS imposed severe penalties on all three countries and even threatened to use military force to restore the deposed leaders in Niger. ECOWAS has also suspended the three countries from its bodies. But since their collective fallout with ECOWAS, these three junta-ruled countries have banded together and deepened cooperation, coalescing to form the Alliance of Sahel States in September 2023. Economic cooperation was high on the agenda of this newly formed union, and now it appears that cooperation is coming to fruition with the possible creation of a new currency after their formal withdrawal from ECOWAS. Would this currency work, and how can it benefit the citizens of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso? The Alliance of Sahel States, forged in September 2023, wasn't just a response to strained relations with ECOWAS, but a calculated move towards collective security and self-reliance. Driven by the shared threat of terrorism and insurgency, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso aimed to pool resources and military capabilities for more effective defense. However, their ambitions stretched beyond security. Recognizing the interconnectedness of their challenges, they envisioned broader cooperation in governance, economic development, and infrastructure.
Okay, that right there. They have not been in power for that long to have been able to organize, come together, cooperate, agree on, establish relationships, and come to a consensus. This is at like freaking warp speed. What that indicates to me is it was pre-planned and it's been moved into high gear. Now, when I say Russia's backing them, I say that because Russia just signed a deal with Burkina Faso for a nuclear power plant to be built in their country. They did the same with Egypt. They're building it right now. But having said that, Russia is in BRICS. These three countries are forming a separate, they're not joining BRICS. They're being backed by their intelligence they're getting has to come from Russia to stop 4 coups against that one guy in Burkina Faso and to stop a couple coups somewhere else and be this organized and have an infrastructure set in to develop what they've already done is at like warp speed. These guys are not alone in their ambitions. There's a higher power, and that's Russia, I believe. Having said that, again, they're not joining BRICS, and they're coming up with their own monetary system, separate from BRICS and the US and CDBC and UBI and everything else. Talk about throwing a wrench into the machine. Yeah, this is going to cause some economic turmoil in the very near future. Because right now, I'll let the story go on. I'll tell you. Basically, they're using the euro.
This spirit of collaboration manifested in their focus on economic integration, including discussions of a shared currency. In December 2023, Niger's General Abdurrahmane Tiani formally announced the plan for this monetary alliance on national television. In addition to the security domain, our alliance must evolve in the political domain and in the monetary domain, he said in an interview on Niger's RTS channel. Burkina Faso's military leader Ibrahim Traoré also said on national television that the Alliance of Sahel States is a defense alliance a priori, but which will evolve toward an economic alliance and much more. In November 2023, the finance ministers of the 3 states published a joint statement urging the formation of an expert committee to explore the issue of economic and monetary union. They also proposed the establishment of a shared stabilization fund and an investment bank, among other things. Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, along with 5 states in the region, currently use the West African CFA franc, a currency which is pegged to the euro and which critics deem a relic from French colonial rule. Therefore, supporters of the Alliance of Sahel States' decision to create their own common currency are lauding the newly formed organization for killing 2 birds with 1 stone, cutting off both ECOWAS and France in their pivot towards the future. Naturally, there are concerns about whether this new common currency could work, but some experts express optimism about the potential success of the Alliance of Sahel States' common currency. For instance, Mr. Iba Karim, a doctoral candidate in economics and management sciences, and a former Burkinabe parliamentarian, highlights the abundant natural resources of the 3 countries as a key factor in the viability of the new currency. Notably, Mali and Burkina Faso are significant gold producers in West Africa, providing a solid basis for backing the currency with gold reserves. Karim also emphasizes the diversity of resources in all 3 states, pointing to Niger's substantial uranium deposits and the presence of oil in Mali and Niger. By leveraging this rich resource portfolio, Karim and other experts believe that the currency of the Alliance of Sahel States could maintain its stability and strength, potentially paving the way for a successful and resilient common currency. So how can this potential new common currency benefit Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger? Experts say the introduction of a common currency by the Alliance of Sahel States holds promising benefits for the citizens of these nations. One primary advantage is the potential enhancement of economic stability and the standard of living.
Okay, right there. A separate economic system from the ones that are out there now will bring economic stability and raise the standard of living. So basically, these guys are going to be anti-CDB as well. Just pointing things out for you to think about as you watch this. And they were formed by Russia.
With a currency backed by the region's abundant natural resources, such as gold, uranium, and oil, experts anticipate a more robust and resilient economic foundation. This, in turn, could mitigate inflationary pressures, contributing to a reduction in the cost of living for citizens. The unified currency might...
Okay, sorry for stopping this, but so basically if we go to commodity or a gold-backed system will be good too. Interesting thought. Could be an experiment going on here. One of them social experiments like
Might also
communism,
foster increased
socialism.
regional trade and investment, creating a more integrated economic environment that could stimulate growth and job opportunities. Moreover, the common currency has the potential to streamline cross-border transactions and trade among the member states, eliminating currency exchange costs and uncertainties. A shared currency could promote financial cooperation, leading to more efficient monetary policies and fiscal coordination. Additionally, a stable and regionally accepted currency may attract foreign investment and facilitate economic partnerships.
All this from 3 military men that just overthrew their governments. Man, did they have this stuff planned out for decades, or they had help.
Further contributing to the overall economic development of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. As the alliance of Sahel states forges ahead with this initiative, the prospects for improved economic well-being and a more interconnected and prosperous future for the citizens of these nations appear promising. Your perspective matters. Do you think it is a good idea for Mali?
Anyhow, there's the story, folks. A new economic system is coming to a World Economic Forum near you. How do you think it's going to be affected? How do you think our monetary system is going to be affected? How do you think Russia's monetary, China's monetary, India's monetary system is going to be affected with a coalition of 3 countries into one economic powerhouse of wealthy resources as those 3 countries have? This is going to be a fun ride, people. Strap on, buy some platinum and some silver. Have a good day.